Hey guys, Mad Bad Dangerous here with a Battlefield 4 Defuse tactics video. Now, really the impetus for making this video is I've seen a few Defuse tactics videos and they didn't really help me with much. There were a few basic tips like use a silencer and this and that, which honestly I don't think that tip really helps very much. Look, you'll see I've got a QCB here. Obviously no silencer and you'll see it doesn't really matter. But anyway, here we go. Let's start off. Essentially what you're going to do is have the grenade launcher with smoke on it, as you'll see, and as soon as you run out here, right in the middle of the road, blast a smoke, and up in this doorway, blast a smoke. The reason for that is because the defenders can get to those areas and possibly shoot you. Once you get up to the bomb site, blast a few smokes and plant the bomb. You're going to want to throw a flashbang here, one or two, and flashbangs are very important for me in Defuse. Once you set the bomb, chuck a C4 on it and book it into the back. I prefer this little yellow house here. Now, basically your loadout, use whatever pea shooter you want, use whatever secondary you want. I would go with, again, the grenade launcher with the smoke, the flashbangs, and the C4 for the reasons that you've just seen. So essentially every single attack round you're going to want to do exactly what I just did. Book it to B, drop the smoke exactly where I dropped the smoke, plant the bomb, throw the flashbang in that direction, and then finally put a C4 on the bomb site. You're going to get success with this, I would say 70% easily. 70% of the time. 70% is being kind. I would say probably closer to 80-85% of the time you're going to get success with this. Just to show you, this is exactly the same game, same round, no edit in there. This is the very next round. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, so you'll get to see that again, exactly what I did. As I mentioned, the reasons for this really were because a lot of the tactics and strategy and tip videos I've seen for Defuse so far for Battlefield 4 haven't really been that useful, and it hasn't been anything repeatable that I could do every single time or almost every single time and get success with. So there's a lot of maps, not every single map, but there's a lot of maps where if you follow the same basic principles every single time, you're going to get success at it, and I've won a lot of Defuse games doing exactly this. You can see playing against the same team, I've just pulled exactly the same move and it's worked. Now, again, I check the C4 here, and a lot of people like to hide in that little corner right by the bomb site. I would advise against that. I go back into this little yellow house, and you're going to see the reason why in a second, but you know, if you're anywhere near the bomb, the defender's first reaction before they go in there is to be chucking a bunch of grenades in there to see if anybody's around. That's exactly why you go in the house. You don't want to be standing around. I pull out my secondary and shoot this guy because it's silenced, and you know, really he doesn't see me and I have the time to do it, so why not? But generally, you know, most of the time, at least for attacking, I'm using a shotgun. It's not silenced, and I haven't had a problem. So, you know, I really wouldn't say that silenced weapons are absolutely necessary for Defuse. I really, you know, I don't think they are. You'll see when I'm defending here, I change it up a little bit. This is a defend round in the same game. I've got a carbine, it's silenced, and essentially what I'm going to do when I'm defending, what you want to do every time, is book it straight to B, imagining that the attacking team is doing exactly what you just did to attack, right? Which is book it to B. So at this point, you run up the first set of stairs. If they're going to B, you're going to see them right now. That's when you're going to see them pop out. You can shoot them, chuck a flashbang, whatever. I took a quick check there just in case they were a little bit slow. But if they're going to be, if they're booking it to B like we just did, that's when you're going to see them. At this point, the bomb's dropped over at A. I know they're at A. I plant a C4 on the B site just in case, because over on this side you can still hear them if they're planting. And at that point, you'll just pull out your C4 and blow them up. I'm going to take a quick look around. I'm going to go down to the bomb here, and you'll see I'll plant a C4. A lot of people are going to call you a troll for planting a C4 on the bomb or planting a C4 on the MCOM. You know what? Let them call you that. It doesn't really matter, man. Like, if it wins you the game, it wins you the game. So, anyway, that's that. So now you got a C4 on the MCOM, you got a C4 on the BMCOM, sorry, and you got a C4 on the bomb, so you're pretty well covered. See a guy up there, so I kill him, and essentially that's it. If defend can end any number of ways. Defending really depends on what the attackers do, so it can end any number of ways. You have less control over how it ends. But if you run to the B site every single time, you're either going to take them out at B, hopefully, or you're going to realize that they're not at B and that they're at A. But because of the fact that you've run to B so quickly, you're going to be able to get to A and hopefully be able to do something about it. So that essentially is how you win Defuse on Flood Zone. I got a bunch more of these videos, guys. If you like it, please give me a like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks a lot.